So do you see this? So this is the latest theory. So now, because the FBI and the government and the media are lying about the Charlie Kirk assassination, it lends itself to many different theories. There was a theory the guy had a palm gun. There's a theory that his microphone was rigged somehow to explode. There was a theory that a guy with a cell phone gun. There's lots of different theories. Here's the latest theory. Now, I'm not. I saw some people report that Jimmy Dore is pushing this theory. I'm reporting these theories. I'm not saying anyone is true. I'm saying that some of them are compelling. Every theory I've heard, by the way, is compelling. They're compelling. So I'm not saying they're true. I'm saying that we should have a real investigation and not break down the crime scene immediately afterwards. Maybe they should have secured the crime scene, which they didn't. And so you see this? It looks like a camera, but it's a gun. You see that?
Oh, that's the one they got that mobster with back in the day.
So
the Italian American club guy, he got shot with a fake camera gun by a black guy. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that, but this is what it looks like. And so they're saying that a guy who was behind Charlie Kirk.
There he is. Oh, you can see. Is that Charlie right here in the foreground?
I'll show you. So this is Charlie, and I'm going to show you the guy. So watch what they're saying here. So definitely, if because of the way his head goes, everybody's saying the bullet had to come from this way. It had to have. That's what people are saying. I don't know. I'm not a ballistics expert, but he did go this way. He didn't go this way. He didn't go that way. He didn't go forward. He went that way. He went to the left. So you would think he got shot from this side. That's what you would think. So let's see. I still haven't seen the video from the camera. There's supposed to be a camera behind him. Why can't we see that video? But here, so watch this. Watch this close. So there's a guy holding one of these. That's what this video is claiming. There's a guy holding one of these. And you see the bullet come out. So that's what that was. You saw the bullet come out. And they're saying, this is the guy right here. So he gives the hand signal. This guy comes out from behind. Watch this. So there's the guy. So they're saying that guy took the shot, and then he immediately walks backwards. Watch this.
And he walks away like nothing fucking
So there
happens.
he is. These two guys working together. He just walks away like nothing. He wasn't like freaked out. He walks away like he just did something. Again, I'm not saying this is how it happened. I'm saying this is compelling and that people should look into all these theories. So there's the shot, and here's the guy. Does the guy look weird? Does he look freaked out? Does he look weirded out? Does he look like he just witnessed an assassination? No, he looks like he's calmly walking backwards.
And then he joins the group.
Let's watch it again. So you see the bullet. So you see that little flash? That's the bullet. And here's the guy right here. They say he's got one of these guns. And it certainly looks like he might. Why would he keep the camera like that? Why would he keep it like that and walk backwards?
To get the shot?
Why would he walk backward? Why would he keep it? He did like you would. That's not how I wouldn't imagine that's how a person would react if they just watched the shooting 5 feet in front of them. They would keep their camera at waist high and walk backwards like this, like it's a gun, because that's how he's holding it, like it's a gun. So hang on. There's the guy. So the shot went off. You saw that guy flinch, but he doesn't flinch at all. He doesn't flinch at all. Isn't that weird? He doesn't flinch at all. This guy flinched. And then he walks backwards.
And he turns and he walks away from a crime scene. He's not running.
Why wouldn't he continue to take pictures of a crime scene?
Oh, he wasn't still taking pictures. I didn't see that part.
Why wouldn't he still take pictures? Why would he walk? He walks backwards. He doesn't turn around and run and get the hell out of there. He walks back really suspicious like.
Yeah. Well, they all look suspicious. The palm gun supposed guy looks suspicious. The other guy with the phone looks suspicious.
So there's the bullet, by the way. So do you see this little spot right here? So they're saying that's the bullet.
Can you increase it, Jimmy? Can you increase the slide so everybody can see it a little bit more? Is that possible?
Let me see.
And move it over a little. That might help people see it.
So you see this little white spot right here?
Yeah.
They're saying that's the bullet. And it comes and hits him that way. And it's that guy with that gun camera that's doing this. Let's watch. So there's the bullet.
He really, like, all of a sudden drops his arm and walks away casually. He's not running. He's not afraid.
I wish I hadn't put this stupid music behind it too and just left it so I could see it without the
without the stupid music.
Every single one we watched, it was the exact same. Oh, it looks like he's walking away and he's not shocked. Every single one looks the same. Is this like when they do a firing squad and somebody has a bullet that doesn't work and they don't know? Is it like that?
Is it that? But
they're conscious that, look, you were meant to see this public execution. You were meant to see it.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
so there's no way they didn't plan ahead to have at least 3 or 4 valid possibilities to your eye.
That's right.
Of who might have done it. And my question is, I know it ain't the story they told me because I don't believe he had a miracle neck. That's the official science.
Yeah.
So
Candace
this
Owens
was planned for you to see this, and every new possibility go, oh, maybe it was this one, but it's always a hall of mirrors. You never get the right answer. Why is it like that? And why can't we see the autopsy? And why can't we this and that? You know?
Yes. Why can't
That's the really thing to focus on, because this is compelling is like the other two that I showed that were compelling.
Yes. And so this was a professional hit. There's no doubt about that. And the proof of that is that guy Zinn was the decoy. He starts screaming, "I did it." He drops his pants. Did you know that he dropped his pants? Did you hear that?
Yes. He also told the police he had child pornography, so that he couldn't be released or something. On purpose, he did that.
Yeah.
And then there's recordings of him saying how he gets deployed to stuff all the time.
Yes. So that guy who looked like a Bernie Sanders if he owned a liquor store was screaming, "I shot him," and he drops his pants. He was the distraction. And then he gets arrested because there's a CP child porn on his phone, and of course we know what happens. And he's Jewish, so we know what happens to people aligned with Israel who get charged with child porn. As soon as they get out on bail, they go to Israel and they're never touched again.
I think they have to give you a free trip to Israel if you're caught with it and you declare. Well, he said he did. I don't know that he did, but very oddly, he said to the cops, "Oh, I should tell you there's CP in my phone."
Yeah.
That's a very strange thing. Every part of that is so strange.
So just for the editors, I need you to blur out Charlie Kirk's face and head on this. Otherwise, they'll demonetize it. So
no, that doesn't make it suspicious either, does it?
Yeah. Turn down the stupid music. So there's yeah, you tell me that's not suspicious. So it is. So again, here's another theory, and it just as Kurt said, I bet they want us to have all these different theories. So it looks like nobody knows what they're talking about. Everybody's got crazy theories, but
just trust the science.
What's that?
Just trust the science and stop with your crazy malinformation.
Trust the science.
Yeah, it was a miracle. Trust the science that told you his neck is a miracle that can stop 30-06 boar hunting ammunition.
Yeah, there's no way the official story's true. There's no way that a bone in his neck stopped a 30-06 round. There's no way that happened. No way. Just Google, go on YouTube, go on Rumble, go anywhere and look up 30-06 and what it does to stuff. That's not what happened. And why? And they're not going to where's the coroner? Who's the guy who did the autopsy? How come he's not at a press conference? How come so the more people you're not allowed to ask questions about that, that's just like with Seth Rich. You weren't allowed to ask a question about it, and then it comes out you were called a conspiracy theorist, a crazy, which is what they called me in the Washington Post. And then it comes, of course, 6 years later, the court orders the FBI to release his computer, and the FBI says we're not going to release his computer for 65 years. Oh, really? Seth Rich's computer. So again, this whole thing about if you're not allowed to ask questions, there's some effort, there's some fuckery happening. Just you weren't allowed to ask about 9/11 and Building 7. You're not allowed to ask about COVID or the virus. You're not allowed to ask about anything. So now you're not allowed to ask. Why can't I ask? Where's the coroner? How come we're not allowed to ask him questions? Where's those security guys? Where's that guy with that camera? Where's the guy where's all these guys?
They haven't even buried him yet, Jimmy, and already you're asking questions.
Yeah.
That's a moronic thing I've heard people say repeatedly.
Oh my God.
You got to be a Zionist moron.
So there it is. So
I think that would work as an excuse.
Yeah. All right. And if you want to hear my jokes about this, come see me in Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Australia, and Burbank, California the day after Thanksgiving. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. The first comment is, it's possible if a group did this, they set up multiple people who look like they could have shot Kirk, just like they had those people acting like distractions right after the shooting. That way, we'd be endlessly speculating about it and never quite figuring it out.
Yeah, mafia and rap murders happen the same way. It's an old tactic that works.
Yeah. Come see me on tour in Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine, California, Australia, and Burbank, California. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.